All right, next up, we're going to jump into our Sunday conversation. So if you're following us on Instagram, you saw this. Hopefully, you commented as well. It is, what is your first major purchase for your home gym after a barbell, bench, rack, plates, and dumbbells? Basically, after the essentials, what are you getting? And so Jake and I are going to chime in here with a list that includes some tiered prices. So with
Yeah.
budgets in mind, so a smaller budget all the way up to our dream choice.
And yeah,
Jake, is
and
that
Adam,
right?
that's right. And then Adam, before you go, let me just so I didn't even like compile the results because it was so varied. There were so many different possible answers. Um, the most popular answer was actually probably flooring, which I would
Boring.
agree with. Like, I would agree with that. Yeah, I would actually say do that before you get some of the other stuff mentioned here. But, um, but yeah, very spread out answers. So, Adam, I can't wait to see what you chose.
Can't wait. And I told Jake too, when I was driving, I thought of more ideas. And so I jumped on and I purposely didn't open up his slide because I didn't want his answers to influence mine. But I maybe noticed some thumbnails on his. You might see some similarities. These are my choices though. So under $200, even though I have all that budget room, I'm choosing rings, which cost about $40. I don't care where you get them from. Rings are awesome. Not to mention if you have kids, it's their favorite toy in the gym. But as long it's my favorite thing to warm up with. Uh, Ring push-ups are deadly. Ring rows are awesome. Face pulls, anything you want. Rings are great, and they cost near nothing. So get yourself a pair of rings if you don't have them yet. Under $500, what are you going with? I want a cable system. Under $500, I put the surplus strength UPS system. It's a nice cable system you can put over the top of your rack, and you can do some accessory work with cables. I think cables are like really your next choice. You're going to see in my neck, like the rest of my list, it's all cables. Okay. So after you get those, your first five, you should get yourself some cable systems. With a budget of under $1,000, I have the rep. If you have a rep rack, you're going to go with the lat low row. If you don't have a rep rack or you want something different, I have these next two are pretty much the same thing. One's the dialed in motion trolley system, which just came out. Looks cool. I don't have any experience with it, but it looks like a really cool option. Puts a functional trainer on one side of your power rack, and then the other one is a single-sided Athena from Rep, and one single side Selectorize is just under $1,000. You can go plate loaded as well to save some money, but that also puts a functional trainer on one side of your rack. Okay, you have to have the power rack to do that, which according to the question, you already do. Okay, and then we have the dream item, no budgets. I picked three, and it's very important that it has some type of lat pull with it. So not just any functional tower or functional trainer. It's got to have that hanging over the top, coming straight down lat tower with it. So dream items, I picked the Adonis from Rep, which has not come out yet, but it has the lat pull down, the seat that connects to it, and then also a 2-to-1, I believe, ratio coming out with a functional tower attached with that. Looks super cool. Can't wait to see the price tag when it comes out. That'll be the kicker. Pretty much the same thing, but from a different company. The second thing I listed there is a Prime single stack. So the Adonis and the Prime single stack seem to be very similar. Both do the kind of similar things. And I put or the Rogue lat low row. I have a Selectorize lat pull in my gym, and it's probably my favorite piece. Yeah, probably my favorite piece. So all cables after rings, Jake.
Uh, Fair. All right, let me go. All right, so for my budget under 200 item, I picked strongman sandbags. So I when I was building out my home gym and I didn't have quite as much equipment, I used the strongman sandbags quite a bit, and you could probably get two of them for under $200. So I'll go with that, and then and I was a lot more concise with my answers. So under $500, I chose the plate loaded lat tower / low row from Rep. So something I used to own as well. If you have a Rep rack, that piece is very tough to beat for the price. Very solid addition if you need a lat / low row. If I had, I'm thinking I'm in this scenario. I purchased a Rep rack. However, if I had a Rogue rack, or like a surplus strength rack, I would get the UPS for those sorts of racks. I still don't know why like Rogue doesn't sell the UPS because it's a better option. Like Rogue needs to just sell the UPS. They
Just
need
put
to
it in their stores. What you're saying?
They need to figure out a deal with surplus strength and just sell the UPS. Because I was looking at that. Rogue did a video with it's this insane Rogue setup. They did it's a gym we've shared on Instagram. It's like Home Gym and Brook or something like that. And they did a YouTube video just like they did with the Jose, and it's like all Rogue. The entire gym is like Rogue, and it's a nice ass garage, and the pulley system is a UPS.
He didn't go with the slinger.
No, it's
He
crazy.
didn't want to go in between his rack.
It's this
what the heck,
fully
man?
Rogue gym. You'll have to check it out.
Maybe they're not giving up on the slinger.
It looks cool, but where
yeah.
it's set up just looks awful. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with that from Rep or the UPS slinger as well. And then under $1,000, I barely went with the Transformer bar over the Rogue Echo Bike. Transformer bar is my favorite specialty bar. So many different things you can do for lower body. I'd rather have that over something like a belt squat for leg day variation. And then dream item, I would have chosen the Adonis, but it wasn't out. It's not out. That looks like a dream item. That thing looks awesome. But I'll go with the wall-mounted Athena, specifically because it's a nice functional trainer. But you can also add attachments. Like I think you could maybe add like the bulletproof isolator to that. You could add dip attachments. So a number of different things to make, how I love having a clean rack, and then I also love having a rack that's just like not for bench squat and deadlift, but you can just load up with attachments. So I think that'd be like a nice cheating way to get that going as well. So those are my choices. If you're listening, we'd love for you to put what you would add after you get the basics in the comments. So we need to do a better job of that, Adam. We never ask people.
We never do to participate. Yeah.
And I wish I would have done that at the beginning of this portion.
Got to hit the algorithm.
Yeah.
Drop a comment.
Hey, you cheated slightly, Jake. Can I tell you where you cheated? I did it on our Christmas list item. You cheated on one item because I had to move mine because I had it where you have it. So that's the only thing we duplicated. I had to move it down.
What did I cheat on?
For $569, a Rep plate loaded. It's right there.
He's trying
Remember,
to sneak it in there.
Way back when you got it, I think it might have been like under 400.
I think I got it for like $379.
I think you did. I remember that price tag.
So
building this list, I was like, I just want to double check some things. Check the UPS. Okay, that fits. I checked that one. I was like, oh man, doesn't work. So I didn't do it.
Shoot. Oh well. Around 500. Then I'll change my answer to the UPS.
Deal.
Boom. But then we have the same answer.
That's all right. Just in one. I thought we would add a lot more. I saw your Rep thing. I was like, oh no, he picked the Athena too, because that's what it looked like in the thumbnail. Or the
yeah.
Oh yeah, you put Athena.
Yeah, that was just random picks. Yeah. But all right. Rob, do you have any thoughts?
What's Rob's dream item?
Oh man. Well, jeez. That's tough. If I set aside vintage stuff, if I'm just talking dream item, like newer
Gonna say
upgrade.
9-pound round heads.
Yeah, exactly. 9-pound buns.
Buns.
So, actually, no. I know what it is. Right now, from my gym personally, is also the thing that I think might be missing off both of your lists, and that's upgraded storage or storage at all. I know it's not as exciting as some of the stuff on here because you got the basics, so it's not as exciting as getting a cool whatever transformer bar. But one of the things when I built a home gym that I remember was when I finally got kind of the basics, I looked at like this really janky, like wonky looking like dumbbell rack that I had that was like so flimsy that I had actually bent like the one post because I over tightened the bolt. And I mean, it was like probably whatever, 2-gauge steel. It was nothing. And thought, wow, like this is really crappy. I need to get something better. And I sort of have on the used market upgraded a little bit, but what I really want is like a nice storage setup. Like Bridge Built has done some really cool storage stuff. So that's my dream right now. I would love to get like a custom Bridge Built whole wall so that all my dumbbells, accessories, everything could just be like so nice looking.
Storage is one I have trouble spending money for. Because you
Exactly.
can DIY it. But man, when you see home gyms who have legit storage systems,
Yeah.
it totally transforms the space. Like 100%.
Bridge Built did this one gym that still just stands out to me. What's his name on that? Steve
And
Foth.
Steve Foth.
Yep. And the way his
I gotta see
dumbbells
it.
are vertical, they have them hanging vertical. It's just so different and cool looking. And yeah, so yeah, I want Patrick and Bridge Built to build my dream storage. I just need to stumble into a whole bunch of money first. So we'll get there, one step at a time.
One step at a time. Cool. Storage, good answer.